What up, everyone? It's your boy Satemangali, the Reverend of the Revolution, welcoming you to another edition of your Daily Revolution, the podcast that helps you to wake up, turn your brain on, and to prosper every single day in every part of your life. Today's topic: time equals value. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. As I coach people around the world, different countries, stay-at-home moms, CEOs, business owners, small business owners, entrepreneurs, managers, here's one thing that is very, very consistent. Every one of these people, including you, we all say this, including me: this is what I want. This is what I want for my life. And we choose something that we want, whether it's more money in the bank account, to have a more connected marriage, to lose those extra lbs around the midsection, to just feel more energy and more power. And the crazy thing about this is this: what we say we value is irrelevant. What we say we want doesn't matter. It's where we spend our time that reveals what we want. So people say, oh man, my wife and kids matter to me, right? I talk to men all the time. My wife and kids matter to me. Or I talk to ladies, oh, my business matters to me and I want to make more money. And then you take a look at how they spend their time and you think there's something wrong here, because how they spend their time does not reveal what they matter or what they say they want. How they spend their time reveals what they truly want. The time that you put into something reveals what you value. And what you value is what you're going to give your time to. Here's a good example. Each morning as I wake up and I shift my daily routines consistently and regularly, meaning I don't just do the same thing every single day. I create stimulus. I create different environments. I create things that allow me to know that I'm growing and to challenge my body, my mind, my spirit. So this morning I woke up. I love to look at my calendar for the day. I look at my outcomes and my goals and what matters to me, my mantras, my affirmations. I sit down and I study spiritual doctrine, spiritual works. From there, I then go and hit the gym. Now, if you notice this, right, what matters to me? Reviewing my notes, reviewing my goals, reviewing who I am, who I see myself as. Then taking care of my body, which is a weapon, it's a temple, because I derive much power from my physical body. And on the first couple hours of the day, I've done a lot. And I know that where I put my time on a daily basis, on an hourly basis, will reveal what I truly want for my life. So anytime that I say, my wife and kids are important, but I don't allot, slot, and protect that time, I'm lying. Let's take a look at this in your life. Allot, slot, and protect. Say it again. Allot, slot, protect. So what does it mean to allot? Well, you've got to carve out time. And you've got to say, this is what matters to me. I'm going to allot this part of the morning, then slot it. I stick it in a specific time period, right? For example, my meditation. I got to slot it every single day. I allot the time. I know it's going to take me 20 minutes. I slot the time, which means I must put it on the calendar, and then I must protect the time. See, allot, slot, and protect matters. Why? Because if I don't allot the time, slot the time, and protect the time, what I'm really saying is it's just wishful thinking. It's just carefree, careless living. And that's not what I want for my life. So take a look at your body. Have you allotted, slotted, and protected the time for your body, for your exercise? And saying, I'm going to allot this 1 hour time. That may not be enough. You've got to take into consideration getting dressed, driving to the gym, or preparing your area if you work out at home. Then you've got to allot and slot the cool down, the stretch, the drive back home, the showering, and getting back into your professional work clothes, depending on what you do for a living. You have to allot, slot, and protect time to eat. Yes, evening time, dinner time, to make the food, to sit down and have the food with my boys, to have conversation. On my calendar, I love, if anyone were to look at my calendar, they would see that from 7:30 to 8:45, that's allotted, slotted, and I protect that time. There's nothing else that goes in that time. Electronics are off the majority of the time. My boys are showering, brushing, and flossing. Right? They have their routines and rituals. So do you allot, slot, and protect your time? Let's take a look at your spirituality. Same thing. Right? You got to allot the time, you've got to slot the time, and then you've got to protect that time. There is nothing else that matters in the morning. My spiritual study, my walk with God, my connection to the heavens and the higher purpose, it matters to me. It fuels me. Exercising my body fuels me. How about relationship? I allot, slot, and protect my time for date nights, for family time. Yesterday, right? Today's a Tuesday that I'm shooting this one. And yesterday, right, it's family night. Monday night is family night in my home. That's the night where we have a spiritual lesson and activity. It's just real family time. It was 80 degrees down here in SoCal, so I moved the time from 6 o'clock down to about 3 o'clock. I shifted everything 2 hours, and we went to the swimming pool. Right, we spent 2 hours in the pool. We went and dropped my son off at his basketball practice, came home, showered, got ready. We went out to eat as a family, played games in the car. It was just great time. Allot, slot, and I protect. Why is protecting the time so critical? Because if you don't protect your time, what you're saying is whatever fire comes up, I'm going to put what I think matters most and what I want and what I deem to be most valuable. I'm going to move that to a different time, and I'm going to let the interruptions and the distractions get in the way. And you can't do that. Powerful people do not do that. Powerful people are very clear about what they want to create for their life, for their outcomes of their life, how they want to live in peace and harmony and joy and value creation and expansion. And let's take a look at business. If you are an entrepreneur, even if you're an employee, I don't even care what you are for your living. It's irrelevant. What matters is that you allot, you slot, and you protect your time, because where you put your time reveals and equals what you value. And by value, what you want, what you desire, what you want to create and resolve inside of your life, so that when you are at the end of your life, you truly could look back and you could say, yes, I lived a life on purpose. Yes, I lived a life that I wanted to live. Yes, I made a difference. I used my gifts and talents. I played intentionally and deliberately, not by accident and not by default. So take a look at your life. What do you value? And in order to do this, you've got to go back to principle number 1, which is tell the truth. Stop lying. Be real in your foundational thinking about what truly matters, what's most important, what matters most. If you're a businessman and you say your family matters, then by golly, you better give them time. You better allot, slot, and protect the time. And this is across body, being, balance, and business. And yes, while you are as a man, I'm speaking to the man on this part, if you are a man, you know your job is to provide and to protect and to preside and to produce for your family. Which means a third of your day, like a good 8 hours, is going to be designated for providing and protecting and producing for your family. Another 8 is designated and allotted for sleep and rest. The other is then for personal, family, spiritual, habits. Brothers and sisters, wherever you put your time is what you value. So look at how you're spending each and every day. If you're running around to and fro like a chicken with its head cut off, you've got to sit down and say, hey, what do I really want? Am I even clear about that? Am I even being real and honest about it? If you will do that, take the time to get your foundational thinking right, and then begin to carve out allot, slot, and protect the time so you can do the things that matter the most. It will make a grand difference in your life. It will. I promise you that. And if you're not doing that, well, I know this, you're going to have regret every single day, every single week, every single year. And you will go to your grave with your song still in you, not having lived your full purpose, having buried your talents because you were unable to protect the time, which reveals what you truly value in your life. This is your boy Satem Mangale reminding you, if you are going to create a life that you love, a life of real, radical results, it's going to require you to get into a relentless pursuit with a ruthless commitment to pay the piper every single day so that you can get to the top of your mountains where your prized promised lands and possibilities are waiting, just waiting for you. The revolution has begun. I'm out. For more info on joining the revolution and living your greatest life of prosperity today, go to www.yourdailyrevolution.com and join us in waking up, turning your brain on, and prospering today.